Hey guys, I have had for the past 3 weeks a really bad case of post Halloween blues. Very bad. Um, I'm trying to get into this whole holly jolly festive spirit for being, excited for Thanksgiving, especially since I'm the one who does all the damn cooking. And my birthday, which is coming up in a few weeks. Yay, Sagittarius season, watch out. And then, of course, Christmas on top of that. But Halloween's always going to beat my heart. And it's hard to, it's always the first few weeks after Halloween, which is the worst. So, what have I been doing, you ask? I have been binge watching, non-fucking stop, horror Halloween shit. Saying that, I have come across what everyone's been talking about. These two series on Netflix. One, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and the other one, what's it called? The Haunting of Hill House. So I figured, since this winter has come, especially for me because it has snowed for the second time this week, and since now I'm going to be a lot more indoors and I need something to do, and instead of just talking to myself, I might as well talk to a camera, aka you guys, YouTube, the world, whatever you want to call it, and talk about movies, horror stuff, just to keep myself entertained and to connect with other people that are out there and are as strange as I am, and just, like reviews and like other opinions and stuff. So, with that said, I've got my handy notebook with all my notes. So I am just going to blabber and talk about these two series and how I feel. So I'm going to start with Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. If no one has seen this, it is a very, very darker twist on the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which I have now been watching nonstop too, because I finished the series. Like I said, it's a very dark version of Sabrina. They did a great job with keeping like the original characters' names and stuff, like, obviously Sabrina, her boyfriend Harvey, Salem the cat, the aunts, Hilda and Zelda. But it gets into a more darker, satanic version of Sabrina, where in this case she is signing basically her soul away to the devil himself, which I can do a whole other video on the subject, where not all witches are demonic. It's like any other religion, like witchcraft comes from Wiccan or any pagan religion. It is not, it's kind of like all the other religions where, Christianity, you have the different branches in that, like you have the Catholics, your Protestants, your Lutherans. It's the same thing with witchcraft or any pagan religion, where there's lighter, we call like a white witch or Wiccan, and then there's a more darker satanic version, like devil worshipping and stuff, which I can get into that, but this is not what this video is about. If you want a video about that, I'll be more than happy to go into detail on that. So, let's get back to this. Let's see. I made like this whole huge ass thing about going into the different Wiccan religions. Yeah. So I give it a good 9 out of 10. Like I said, I don't like how they made it seem like all witches are bad, that they're they're devil worshippers and shit like that, because it's not true. It's all entertainment purposes, but I like how they did a spin-off of the original Sabrina. Yay, Netflix, good job. I would love to see a second season of that. See what direction they take it into. Especially now since she has officially signed her name to the Devil's Book. So, love to see what happens. moving on to Haunting of Hill House. Now this was another great, like, original, well, not original, but great idea that Netflix took to make it into his TV series. If no one's seen the series by now, it's a takeoff of the Haunting movies. There's the original one from 1963, and then the remake from 1999. Not to get confused with House on Haunted Hill from 1959, and then they did a remake of that again in 1999. So it's based off the Haunting movies. And of course too, like, if you've seen the spoof version, if you haven't seen any one of those movies, you've probably seen Scary Movie 2, where they've done the spoof of the Haunting movie. I will say it was not as scary as everyone has turned it out to be. I think obviously it was creepy, it was dark, but I didn't go to bed having nightmares. But then again, that's just not me. The only time I will admit I jumped like a little girl was when the crooked neck lady jumped in front of Nell when she was in that little hallway in the hotel by the vending machines, when she was just walking, lights flickering, and then boom. That made me jump. I'll admit that. But it wasn't as so dark and so scary as people have made it to be. I like how all the videography, the music was great. What else? I will say I still want to know more about some of the other ghosts in there. You've seen you saw the Dudley's ghost at the end of season 1. You saw the original owner, the original lady at the house, Mrs. Hill, her spirit and ghost. There was a few different ghosts that I would have loved more of a background story into, like that really, really tall guy with the hat that was haunting Luke. What else? The guy who kept fixing the clock that the oldest son would see. Since apparently he's a ghost, what's his background? Why is he there? Why is he haunting the place? Let's see what else. I like how they kept, if they're going to direction of the haunting, they kept some of the original characters, like the Dudleys, of course, the caretakers of the property in the house. Instead of having, if you've seen The Haunting, they have a group study of people that come in, supposed to be some sleep deprivation kind of thing, sleep study, but really they're actually investigating hauntings of the Hill House. And the characters there were Theo and Nell and Luke, but in this version for the TV series they had, Theo and Nell and Luke, they're all siblings, and then Hugh Crane, instead of the Cranes being the original owners of the house, the Cranes were the people that bought this property and they were trying to redo it, and they're the ones getting basically fucking scared, shitless. I do like that they brought the quote back, "all alone in the dark," as Miss Dudley always says in all those movies. I'm curious to see if they would make a season 2, because even though Nell's gone, she's dead. She's been dead for majority of the season. But Hugh Crane's dead now, the father. I wonder if they're going to do. It'd be interesting if they did a second season. I can't speak. A second season of this where now the oldest son. I keep forgetting his name. I should have wrote it down here. If he gets bribed to have this sleep study come in and stay at the house, but in reality, they're getting they're doing investigations to seeing how these ghosts affect these people. Pardon. That'd be an interesting second season. Um, but I'm looking forward to seeing if both of these series have a second season to them, because they did a great job this time around, so wouldn't expect anything less. But that's all I'm going to say. That is my feelings on these. Um, both of them 9 out of 10. Definitely, I would go watch it. If you're scared, get your teddy bears and blankets. But I liked it. I didn't find it too scary, both of them. I just mostly found them very interesting. And yeah, like I said, I will be doing this probably a lot more often, since my butt's going to be stuck in the house because it's frigid cold and I got nothing else to do. So that said, I will talk to you guys soon. And let me know if there's if you want me to do a review on another TV series or another movie, or just talking about anything in general. Because like I said, I got plenty of time. But that said, thank you guys. See you soon.